Hello everyone and welcome to another unsponsored video. Today I'm going to be looking at the Shark StainStriker. This is claiming to be the best stubborn stain remover. Instantly removes stains with 20% more stain striking power. It's got a 3-year guarantee. So let's get it open. This is the base model. There is a pet version. It's more or less the same as this. It's a different colour. But the pet version also has a wide, tough stain hand tool and a pet stain trapping tool. So if you want this for clearing up little accidents after your pets, then possibly go for the pet model. The only reason I bought this one, because at the time I bought it, it was on offer. So if you're interested in one of these or the pet model, I would always wait for them to be on offer, because Shark do often reduce their machines. Never pay full price for a Shark. That's my advice. It's worth waiting and looking around for the best deal before parting with your money. So let's get it open and have a look. Right, we've got, for some reason it's in a bag, but we've got the instruction book. There we go. This is the PX200 series, so I'll be looking at that in more detail. Here's one of the tools. I think this is the general tough stain tool, and it looks like it's got a removable front cover, which is important, especially if you've been cleaning up after pet messes. You want to be able to take the front cover off and rinse that under the sink, and also you can rinse that part. You've got a brush that comes off. And also it's a dual side, so this side is your bristle side. So I'd use this side if you're cleaning your stairs, if you're cleaning upholstery, maybe your car interior, because as well as picking up spillages, this can be used in areas of the home where you can't use a big upright carpet washer. So yes, if you're cleaning up after a pet mess, I suggest you rotate it, and then you've got these rubber fingers, which certainly would be easier to clean, easier to rinse out if they get anything nasty on them. So that just should click back in. There we go. And then we can pop the cover back on. So it's good that everything comes apart for easy cleaning. We have a small bottle of Deep Clean Pro for the StainStriker, and also a separate bottle of the Oxy Multiplier. And on this machine there are two separate solution tanks, one for the regular shampoo and one for the StainStriker. And I believe it mixes it automatically for you as you're cleaning. Of course, you can buy full-size bottles of these direct from Shark or other retailers, possibly Amazon might sell them. So no plastic packaging, which is good to see. It's a nice little, it's a square. Most of these types of spot washers are more of an oblong shape. It's a nice compact square, that. We do have actually the crevice tool. Yeah, it's built in by the looks of it. So that's what they're calling the crevice tool. And also it's got this, which is the hose clean out tool, hose cleaning tool. So that's useful after you've cleaned up a dog mess, whether it be sick or urine, or worse, the brown stuff, the liquidy brown stuff that can come out of a pet's backside. Plenty of experience cleaning that sort of thing up, believe you me. When you have used a machine like this, you want to rinse it out. That's why we have this hose cleaning tool, and I'll show you that in use in this video. So the crevice tool is actually built in to the end of the hose on this model. So yes, you've got the little trigger. So when you squeeze that, the solution comes out of that jet there. So this can be used to really concentrate the solution. You can pre-treat with this as well. Anything, I would remove any solid mess first with a piece of kitchen roll, and then you'd pre-treat. You don't have to, I believe, but for very stubborn dirt and messes, you could give it a quick spray and leave it for a few minutes before going over with the suction and further spray. So this is the built-in crevice nozzle with a little brush and the suction inlet. So So you can use it directly like that. Of course, for larger areas, for cleaning larger stains and your upholstery, car, stairs, etc. This is a hose I've seen on many of these spot washers, and they split. I've shown you a Vax machine. I'll put a picture of the one I'm talking about. I'm still using that at home, but it's on its last legs. The hose is already split. It's split at the handle end. I've looked on Vax's website. I can't see a replacement hose for it, so I've just got black tape, black duct tape all around it to stop the suction being lost, because it's a big split. Here's the Shark StainStriker assembled and almost ready for use. Obviously we've got to add some water and detergent, but it's a quite neat compact little shape that'll fit maybe under your sink, cupboard under your stairs. Just have it there so you can grab and go whenever there's a little accident. Shark recommend vacuuming the area before using this, but not obviously if there's been a fresh accident. If it's a fresh pet stain, a fresh spillage, whatever it is, obviously don't vacuum over if it's got any moisture in it. Blot up any excess and then use the machine. If you're going to clean your upholstery or stairs or any areas of carpet that just need freshening up, if you've got a small area maybe by your front door that gets grubby, then of course if it's dry, vacuum that area first and then use the StainStriker. But obviously for wet accidents you just go with the StainStriker straight away. So I really like this shape. It is very compact. We've got the built-in storage here for your mains cable. This hook will turn down. I won't do it yet, but it turns down so you can release all the cable in one go. Like similar washers of this type, we've got 2 tanks, although on this model there are 3 tanks, 2 clean water tanks and 1 dirty tank. So this big tank here is for your clean water and the solution, and in this tank you put the deep clean solution. It's easy to do. You just take off the cap here and you'll see here 2 lines. One says water and one says concentrate. So fill it to the water line. It doesn't give you the temperature of water, it just says fill with water in the instruction book. I personally would fill it with warm water, warm to hand hot. Don't put boiling water in this. You could possibly use cold water because the detergent will be doing a lot of the work. So if you've only got cold water, you can use that. But I would say up to 40 to 50 degrees, I'm sure will be fine. So no measuring is needed because the lines are there. Water, and then that line you fill with concentrate. Make sure the cap goes on firmly, like that. And then you can just give it a bit of a swirl round once the cap's on to mix the concentrate with the water. So that's the main tank, but we also have the StainStriker tank, which is designed only for the Oxy Multiplier solution, and this will help with stains like red wine, blood, other stains like that. I can't guarantee it's going to work on every stain. A lot of people ask me in these sorts of videos, will it pick up X, Y or Z? I can't say if it will. It depends how old your stain is. It depends on the type of surface the stain's on, what the carpet or upholstery is made of. But it's worth a try, and I've often found that these sorts of machines can deal with old stains as well as fresh. But the joy of owning one of these is you're not going to have an old stain ever again, because as soon as the stain happens, hopefully you see it when it happens or you discover it soon after. Obviously our pets don't tell us when they've had an accident. We might discover it weeks later. But if you can get the stain as soon as it happens, or within 10 minutes of it happening, then you're not going to get set in stains. And that's why it's great to have something like this. And also you can do your car with it, just to give your car seats and your car carpets a deep valet. But obviously you need to dry vacuum your car before using this if you want it for car cleaning. With this particular bottle, you see it's different coloured and it sort of matches the Oxy Multiplier bottle here. With this one, you don't dilute. You can fill it. You don't have to fill it. That is the max fill line. But if you've only got a small job to do, you could just half fill it or just put a little bit in it. And if there's any left over, you can pour it back into the bottle. You can't pour back this into the bottle because by then you've diluted it, but this is always going to be neat. The machine will automatically mix the Oxy Multiplier in with the regular solution as it's spraying through the nozzle. So no measuring out, just put it neat. So remember, the blue bottle, neat, and then the orange bottle, dilute that according to the measurements on the tank. So they all click in, make sure they go in properly. Let's see, that's in the way. You will hear a click, and the dirty water is collected around the other side here. So this just lifts out, you've got another handle. So when that's full, you can carry that to your sink, outside drain, or if it's a very nasty mess, pour it down your loo. So with this one, you can't overfill it because there is a float valve. The top does come off. Because it's new, it might be a bit stiff. It should just come off. Hang on. Doesn't want to. I removed it a minute ago before I started filming. There we go. There we are. Right. So that's how you'd empty it. You take that off. Carefully carry that to where you're going to empty it. Tip it out, and then you can rinse this out. You can see like that. Keep it clean, especially after cleaning up after a pet mess. And the whole top part, you can rinse that under running water. And again, just leave it to air dry before reassembly. There's a float valve here, so that raises up and will cut the suction off when the tank is full of liquid. So if you notice the motor changing tone, it'll be a higher pitched tone, and obviously there'll be no suction at the hose end. You must switch off at this stage and empty the dirty water from the dirty water tank. When you've finished with it, obviously rinse it, dry, leave it to dry, and then it just pops back in the top. Okay, that handle gets in the way. There are some brief instructions printed on here, and then it just pops back in. There's also, before I put that back in, there's a tiny filter here, a little foam filter. You need to make sure that that's kept clean. You could rinse that under running water if you want, but make sure it's dry before putting it back. Or you might find it gets a few hairs or fibres on the top of that. You can just remove it and just remove any debris from that and place it back into here. So make sure, if you've got reduced suction, that could be why it might be blocked up there. So that goes back on like so. Well, I think that's all I need to show you for the time being before the demonstration. But first impressions, yeah, it's a neat little thing. I can see that going in my downstairs cloakroom in the corner, ready to grab when one of my elderly, now sadly partly incontinent dogs has another accident on my living room carpet. I'll be able to grab this and clean it all up. For the first part of this demonstration, I thought I'd try the Shark StainStriker on this older stain. I don't know what it is, but it's certainly been down a while. Hopefully the camera's picking up. Yes, you can see a dark area here. So I filled up the blue bottle with the Oxy Multiplier solution. Well, I've not filled it up, it's up to that line there. And I've also filled up to the water line with warm water and concentrate. What I like about this tank design is it will stand on its end that way. So if you're filling it from the tap, you can stand it in the sink. If you don't want to hold it all the time, or you have trouble picking up things, you can securely stand it like that while you're putting the water in. So obviously you take off the cap, fill it with the warm to hot water and then the solution, and put the cap back on. Again, make sure it's firmly on, but just to test before you take it away from the sink, just make sure it's not leaking anywhere. So now when I switch on using the orange on-off button at the top of the cleaner, I need to squeeze the trigger here to release the solution. I think I'll leave the rubber sort of teeth exposed on this instead of the brushes. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to lightly go over the area just with a spray and then agitate it using the rubber nodules. And then finally, I'll go over spraying and suctioning up at the same time just to see if we can remove this dirty mark. Hopefully the camera is picking up the difference between the area I've just cleaned with the Shark StainStriker and the area I haven't. You can definitely see here a dirty mark, and just behind the camera there's an even dirtier mark. So now I've started cleaning, I'm going to have to clean a larger area, otherwise it's going to look patchy. You can definitely see a difference between the area I've cleaned and the area I haven't. And I must say, this Shark solution smells very nice, much fresher than this sort of, I don't know what, I'm not putting my nose to it, but you can see here it's still grubby. What I'm going to do is remove the nozzle, and then we can see how the StainStriker can concentrate the suction. So this basically, this crevice tool is for going around the sides of your carpet, your fitted carpet. When you're doing the stairs, it can clean close to the edge, and small areas inside the car perhaps it would be useful. I'm glad that happened during the demonstration, because you may have detected a change in tone of the motor. That means the dirty water tank is full and has to be emptied. And we can see, look at that. That is dirty. I've only cleaned a very small area of carpet, not even 1 square meter. And I would have to clean the rest of this small hallway in order for the rest of the carpet to match the cleaned part. Or, you know, preferably use a full-sized carpet washer, because even if you have a full-sized machine, you don't want to always get that out of the cupboard when there's been a small spillage or pet accident. So to have something small, and believe you me, I've taken cleaners like this on holiday with me in our caravan, and also when we've gone to stay in a holiday cottage, because you might not get your deposit back if your dog makes a mess on the carpet and you can't remove it. So yeah, I'm so far pretty impressed with this. I haven't used it for long. I just love the smell the solution makes. And yeah, it's pretty impressive, and you can definitely see a difference in the carpet that I've cleaned. I'm on location now. I've been asked to clean this flight of stairs. So I'm going to use the Shark StainStriker. I've thoroughly vacuumed, and they look clean, don't they? But then they are a grey colour, which will hide a multitude of sins. I've been told that they are dirty. They don't look dirty, although maybe looking closer, possibly. So I'm going to clean the risers and the treads. So as I said, I've thoroughly vacuumed. Unfortunately, the cats use the stairs as a giant scratching post, so there are some worn bits where the cats have been. So it's nothing to do with the StainStriker. Obviously I haven't used it yet. Now the thing, I don't think there's any wool in it. Now the StainStriker says do not use on wool, and that's down to the detergent. I'm sure it's not down to the cleaner itself. So if you have one of these or the Shark upright carpet washer and want to use it on wool carpets, I think it'll be safe to do so, but you're going to have to use a different chemical. And although Shark will say only use their chemical, so there's something obviously in the either the Oxy solution or the regular solution that can affect wool. So, well, I know these are going to be replaced at some point, so I would say that that's a man-made fibre. I don't think that's a wool or wool mix. So anyway, it's all looking very nice and clean, freshly vacuumed. So I'm going to set up the StainStriker. As you can see, it does fit on a standard stair. So I'm going to fill it with warm water, both types of solution, and I'm going to clean the stairs from top to bottom. I've had to stop cleaning because I've run out of solution, but I've managed to clean 9 risers and steps on 1 tank. So I'm going to have to empty and refill to finish off the stairs. If you're cleaning your stairs on a more regular basis, you wouldn't need to clean the risers every time unless you live in a very busy, dirty household. So I've obviously cleaned the risers. If I was only cleaning the steps, then I could do it on 1 tank, but obviously I'm cleaning the risers as well in this demonstration. So let's have a look actually at the water. Not too dirty. I mean, it is, you know, there's dirt there. So the stairs might not need cleaning as often as heavier traffic areas such as your living room, but they certainly will benefit from a deep clean every now and then. For cleaning the edges of the stair carpet, you can use the built-in crevice tool. The mains cable is a little on the short side, but will reach up a standard flight of stairs, providing you have a socket near the top or bottom. The stairs certainly look better, and once they're dry, they'll benefit from another thorough vacuum. For this demonstration, I'm going to use the StainStriker on this hallway runner. Now obviously this machine is designed mainly for spots and spills, stairs, upholstery and car interiors. It's not really designed to do large areas of carpet, but you can use it on doormats, runners and smaller area rugs if you wish to. So it doesn't look dirty. I've thoroughly vacuumed before. I'm sure it's been cleaned fairly often, but it'll be interesting to see if we can get any more dirt out of this runner using the StainStriker. Even though this runner looked pretty clean, you can definitely tell the difference, and judging by the water I poured down the toilet, it certainly removed a lot of deep down hidden dirt. It's been a few weeks since I started filming this video for the Shark StainStriker, and since I brought it home it's been used mainly for cleaning up after two elderly dogs who can't always cross their legs. I've also taken it on holiday to Whitby with my caravan, and it was used once to clean up a pet accident in my caravan as well. Before I end the video, I'm just going to show you the hose cleaning tool, how you can clean out the hose using the machine itself. But I'm going to do a further video on the StainStriker and test it on a variety of household stains. So if you've stayed to the end of the video, please comment below the sort of stains you'd like me to test using this machine, and I'll get a rug and test some common stains on it and some you've suggested, providing of course I've got the stuff in my house. I'm not going to go out specially to buy Tabasco sauce or something, but whatever I've got in my cupboards, whatever dirt I can find, I will put it on a rug and show it in a future video. So to end this particular video, I'm just going to use the clean out tool. So to use this tool, you have to remove the nozzle, and then the tool slides on like so, so it covers the built-in crevice tool. Then as long as you've got water in the tank, and it can just be clean water, but if you've got some solution left that you're not going to use, you could just use the solution in the clean tank, and we've got some in here. So I'm going to switch the cleaner on and then squeeze the trigger for a few seconds, and what that does is instead of spraying the solution outwards, it actually recirculates through the hose, helping to keep it clean and fresh. That's about the end of today's video. I hope I've shown you enough examples of how you could use the Shark StainStriker in your own home. For me personally, this is mainly for accidental spillages, especially dog messes. That's why I have a machine like this. I also own bigger carpet washers for doing larger areas. But you can use this on your upholstery, your stair carpeting, your car interiors, and on smaller areas of carpets and rugs and entrance mats. If you want to clean a large area of carpet, you need a bigger carpet washer. And if you check my playlist on my channel, you'll see I've reviewed many other carpet washers. So until the next time, don't forget to comment below if you want me to test this on a particular stain. One thing I must say, and I'll put this in the description below, you're not supposed to use this machine on wool or wool mix carpets or fabrics. I think it's something to do with the detergent. It's not suitable for wool. So don't use this for wool. If you've got wool carpets, don't tell Shark I told you this, but you could use it, but use a wool safe solution in it, one that's designed for this type of cleaner, and it should be okay. But Shark may say they'll invalidate the warranty if you don't use Shark solution. So for man-made fibers, fine, the solution's okay. I've not had any trouble with any of the carpets and upholstery I've tested this machine on. One final very important tip before I go, I just want to show you how I store this machine away, and I suggest if you've got one of these, you store it like mine. Otherwise you're going to find this hose will split normally around here. This is how you store the cleaner away according to the instruction book. You wrap the mains cable around the two hooks at the back and clip it to secure it, and then the hose is tightly wound around the base of the machine, and then it's clipped here into the front. Doing it this way puts quite a bit of strain here. This is where it's going to split if you keep doing it like this, and this has happened with other carpet washers. It's happened with a Bissell and a Vax, because the hoses, the way they wrap round, are too tight, and you'll find, I can guarantee within a year or so, that's going to split. So what I do, I don't wrap it round as tightly, and it is quite difficult to do as well. You really have to pull it to get this into the groove. so it sits neatly. I mean, it's a very neat way of storing it, but to save the hose, my suggestion, you can still actually store the handle on the holder as provided, but then just loosely put the hose around, just like this. So the hose is on loosely and it's not under so much strain. So it's not as tight and convenient, you know, it's going to take up more room this way, but trust me, if you want the machine to last a bit longer, I would store it away like this. That really is the end of this overly long video. I'm sorry if I've kept you awake, but please comment below, as I said, if you want to see this machine cleaning up a variety of other household stains. So in the meantime, please thumb up this video, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all very soon for the next video. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.